before we go and ask for the money, can we talk about our funding mindset? What is our mindset going in? And if we want to address our funding mindset, we need to start by talking about. So I'm very, very excited to be here today and for us to have our masterclass together. This is a session where we take out our pens, we take out our paper, we take out our notebook, and we are going to have an interactive session. I'm going to ask that the mic should be roaming so that as I'm going along, if you feel a question that is brewing in your spirit, let it out. Raise your hand, let's communicate, and let's make this a two-way street. Are we together? Are you ready to monetize your business? Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm ready to monetize my business. I'm ready to monetize my business. You are the change makers of South Africa. The fact that you are in this room means that you are in the top 1%. We are the innovators. We are the people that is going to be able to turn the country and the economy around. We are the ones that move things forward. Now, I know everybody wants to know how they can get funding. Am I right? Every single one of us. But before we go and ask for the money, can we talk about our funding mindset? What is our mindset going in? And if we want to address our funding mindset, we need to start by talking about our relationship with money. Yes. You have a relationship with money, whether you are aware of it or not. Now, let me tell you what the problem is. If you don't know that you have a relationship with money, it means you are sitting in the passenger seat. You are going wherever the vehicle takes you. But the day you become aware, Kuti Haibo, I've got a relationship with money, automatically you move out of the passenger seat and now you come into the driver's seat. That's where the magic is. That's where the power is. When you are in the driver's seat, you are able to determine where your relationship with money goes. Now, when we talk about a relationship with money, it's got nothing to do with whether you are broke or you are rich. It's got nothing to do with how much money is in your bank account. Every single one of us has a relationship with money, regardless of how much money is in our bank account. So let's unpack a little bit about our relationship with money, because the truth is, especially within our communities, we don't talk enough about money. When we talk about it, it's because iyashota. We don't talk about how to save it. We don't talk about how to invest it. We don't talk about how to make it grow. So let's normalize the money conversation, because every one of us needs money. You needed money today in order to get onto the taxi or to use your phone or to wear the beautiful clothes that you are wearing. So if everybody needs money, why don't we talk about it? Why is it the elephant in the room? It's true. Some of us, we don't know how much our best friend makes, but we are together every day gossiping about the neighbor. I need ugo to makelwane Wednesday 1, 2, 3. Sometimes we are in relationships at home, husband and wife, we don't know how much each other earns. How are we going to grow the income in our homes? So normalizing the money conversation is important. There are 3 levels when it comes to our relationship with money. Level number 1 is the healthy relationship. We all know what a healthy relationship looks like. We've all been in healthy relationships before, even though we has heard sometimes we do end up in healthy relationships. Healthy relationships are relationships where you know what is happening. You know what is happening. You know where you stand. There's no confusion. So when you are in a healthy relationship with money, you know how much is coming into your bank account. You know how much is going out of your bank account. It doesn't matter if the amount that is coming in is high or low. You know where you stand. So if somebody can wake you up in the middle of the night and say, hey, Samgele, how much money did your business make this month? You should be able to say. Sometimes we are working so hard in our businesses, but we actually don't know how much money we're making. As the money comes in, it also goes out. And you're like, yo, I'm working so hard, but I don't know what is happening with this money. So when you are in a healthy relationship with money, you know what is going on. When you are in a healthy relationship with money, you are also able to communicate. You are able to have a conversation with yourself, first and foremost, and you are also able to have a conversation with others, your stakeholders, your suppliers, your customers, etc. We all know what it's like. Imagine when you're in a relationship and there's no communication. I need to complain. I don't know where I stand. It's not a nice feeling. So being in a healthy relationship with money means that you are very much aware of your financial health. Whether it is healthy, whether it's critical but stable, or whether you are in ICU. And even if you're in ICU, it's okay. It happens. We all go through the valley and we come out. But knowing that you are in ICU allows you to do what? It allows you to seek help. In any relationship, the moment the relationship begins to hit the rocks, we go and seek help. Whether it's through a coach, whether it's through a debt counselor, whether it is speaking to your bank to be able to figure it out. So the first level of our relationship with money is a healthy relationship. The second level in our relationship with money is a long distance relationship. You are here, your money is far, far away. When you are in a long distance relationship with money, you are in a state of denial. Even when you go to the ATM and you take out money, you don't even want to look at the slip. So you use the hope and pray method. Hey, I hope imali zophuma, let me just pray. And then you see what is able to come out from what you've requested at the ATM. When you have that long distance relationship with money, it means that there's no communication with yourself and your own money. Remember, this is a relationship. You want to be in the driver's seat. When you are in the driver's seat, you are able to tell your money where to go. But when you are in the passenger seat and you're having a long distance relationship, you are wondering, where did my money go? That's a very different state of affairs. So sometimes when we are in a long distance relationship with money, it means there is something we are avoiding. We are avoiding the debt that we have accumulated. We are avoiding the fact that we might be in a bit of a dark hole and we don't know what to do about it. And let me tell you, we've all been there. I've been there. And in order to repair that long distance relationship you have with money, in order to start getting onto that healthy path, number one, we need to accept where we are at. I'm scared to look at my finances. I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what to do. How do I get more money? I don't know. It's okay for that to be your starting point. I don't know is an okay starting point because at least you are starting from somewhere. I've been there. I've printed out my bank statement and looked at it and been like, wow. Kanti kubi kanje? Is this what I am really facing? I've had those moments and I just sat with it. I let it marinate in my spirit and I said, from today onwards, this is going to change. For some of us, that might be the decision we need to make today because we're all here for a different reason. You might think you are here to learn about how to get your business funding ready. The message for you today might actually be, how do I get a handle on my relationship with money? Because even if you can get funding, if you do not address your relationship with money, what ends up happening is it will come in, it will go out, and you won't know where it went. You won't know how to plan for it. So it's important for us to be able to know where we stand. And then the third level in our relationship with money, and this is what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett taught us, an entanglement, right? And when you are in an entanglement, everything is together. It's a mixed bowl of healthy sometimes, long distance sometimes, and you're never ever consistent. And so when you are not consistent, you end up scoring own goals. So I want us, in our reflection time, when we leave this workshop, to really sit down with ourselves and say, what is my relationship with money looking like? An interesting study has shown that every single one of us, our relationship with money and our perception of money is formulated between the ages of 0 to 7 years old. All of us. How we saw money being used in our homes, where if you are taught that, hey, money doesn't grow on trees, that teaches us that it's a rare thing. And so sometimes when you even come across it, you're afraid to spend. You're afraid to invest. You are afraid to save it because you're thinking, what do I? So you just hoard onto it like this. And when you hoard onto money, then it means it's not working for you. Where you could have multiplied it, it now just remains stagnant. There are other households where when month end comes, you can see it. If fridge is stocked, we've gotten KFC or Chicken Licken or Nando's or whatever it may be. There's a nice treat at home. Kumnandi. Your parents are happy. They're smiling with each other. There's a nice, peaceful environment in the house. Have you ever experienced that? We have, right? What happens 1 or 2 weeks later? The fridge has depleted slightly. The environment in the home is not as exciting. And Shem, by the 3rd week of the month, we are all breathing through the wound. So what that then teaches us is to say, money comes, but it doesn't stay. And sometimes, if that is your money story growing up, it means that when money comes into your business, you don't plan for it long term. Because in your mind, money comes, but it does not stay. So often at times, it's important for us to look at our pattern of how we use money to really be able to see and understand, what is my money story? What am I actually playing out here, where I think that I'm in control, but actually I am living out a pattern that I saw growing up? This is very, very important for us to understand, because we've all got that money relationship, money story, and money personality. Now, why am I talking to you about this and emphasizing this to you when we're talking about getting our business funding ready? Because money is going to go to the person who is best ready to receive it. So we need to have a mindset that is going to help us to not only be able to receive the money, but to also allow us to ensure that the money works for us in our business. We've all heard of people who receive the lotto and then a few weeks later, I blew it, right? We all know good it happens, and it doesn't mean any of us are immune to it. It can happen to us too. So we need to make sure that we are well equipped to be able to actually receive that which we are asking for. Are we together? Is anybody getting any aha moments in terms of their relationship with money? Is the spirit moving in here, or in Kulmangi one? It's moving. Because we must normalize this conversation. When you go home, if you came here alone today and you go home, faneke umdonse udali wakho uthi, baby mamela, we need to talk about our relationship with money. Because there's a money story even within your home. So you might have one money personality and your partner has a different money personality. So when you receive that funding, you are at loggerheads as to how that money must be used within the business. And that can now cause friction and fights within the home and in the business. It also impacts the way in which we raise children to deal and associate with money. Some of your money traumas are being passed on to them and you don't even realize it and are not aware of it. So it's very, very important. The second thing I really want us to talk about today is the very, very first funder of your business. The very, very first funder of your business. The first funder of your business is your customer. The first funder of your business is your customer. Sometimes before we've even started our business, says Funi funding. No, I can't start it without funding. But we haven't proven the concept. We don't know if there's a need and a demand for what we are wanting to put into the marketplace. Your customer is the first funder of your business. Sometimes we don't have a funding problem, we've got a selling problem. Sometimes you can sell your way to buying a new machine, to buying more stock, to getting into a retail space. But we need to be able to have that mindset of selling. As entrepreneurs, we can never ever say, I cannot sell. We don't have that luxury as business owners. Every single one of us must know how to sell. You must sell. Whether you are tall or you are short or you are shy or you are extroverted, you must know how to sell. If you told yourself that you do not know how to sell, you need to cancel that today. Look to your neighbor and say, I am a selling machine. No, you must know how to sell, guys. Even here today, when we are networking, we are selling ourselves. How do you introduce yourself? Do you speak tongue? My name is Lebo and I'm a makeup artist. Is that how you introduce yourself? Are we going to believe you that you can do makeup well if ubheke pants? So the confidence, the energy that you enter a room also sells on your behalf. We're going to have people pitching their businesses. Within 2 minutes, every single one of us needs to be able to tell us who you are, what you do, who you serve, and why should we care? Why should we care? You need to be able to tell in 2 minutes. If it takes you 15 minutes or 20 minutes to tell us what you do, it means you don't know yourself. 2 minutes. That's what we call the elevator pitch. So the very first funder of your business is your customer. And you building your customer base is your responsibility. And there are ample opportunities to sell all the time. Some of you have thought to yourself, you know what, I applied for an exhibition space, I didn't make it, so I'm just going to sit and listen. Did you bring your business card? Have you introduced yourself to 5 people that you didn't arrive with? Are you selling? As entrepreneurs, we need to be able to sell and see opportunities to sell. The more people buy into your business, the greater your confidence grows and the more you are able to actually grow your business. And you know what is interesting? The more you talk about your business, the more you talk about what you do, you never know on whose ears those are landing on. It can be landing on the ears of the next person that's going to open the door for you and completely change your life. But uthulile, ushy. Shyness does not put food on the table, let me tell you now. So you're going to say, I am shy and confident. I am shy and I sell. I am shy and I make sales. Don't let it be, I'm shy, full stop, please. As business owners, we do not have that luxury. Guys, are you with me? We said we want to monetize, right? These are the hard truths that we need to be able to have conversations about as entrepreneurs. From today onwards, those words must never escape your lips, Ukutuwena, you cannot sell. You can sell, and you will sell, until you believe in your business and in yourself. And the more you sell, you will realize the less dependent you become on other people, because as money comes in, it liberates you to be able to do other things. Sell. The third and final thing I want to share in today's masterclass is that you must have a plan for your money. You must have a plan for your money. Yes, you want funding, and then what? Uzoyenzani? You'll be shocked how many people, I'm looking for funding. Okay, what are you going to use the funding for? I need to pay myself a salary. And then, angazi, but I really do need funding. What are you going to do with the money? What is your plan for your money? At some point, we need to wake up and realize that we are running businesses. We're not running hobbies. We're not running side hustles and gigs. If you treat your business like a hobby, you are going to get hobby results. And you are going to get hobby income. And then you're going to cry that your business is not working. We must treat ourselves like a business. Even if you have 100 Rand, what is the plan for that 100 Rand? Are you going to put 10 Rand aside and save it? Are you going to put 20 Rand aside and buy stock? Are you going to put another 10 Rand aside and invest it? Sometimes we are waiting for large amounts of money to come in before we can take ourselves seriously. But the truth is that actually you need to take yourself seriously first before any of us will take you seriously. Before any of us in jail will take you seriously. So with the little that you have, what is the plan that you have? So today we are going to go into further conversation, especially when we have our fireside chat with Kabelo. That's where we're going to get into the meat and the nitty-gritties of the different types of funding, etc. As we go through those conversations, I want you to start planning. Oh, I didn't know there's this type of funding. This can actually work for me. Let me write it down. Have a plan. Have a game plan after today. When we come back again to Tsakane, we need testimonials. We need testimonials. We want to hear about how you are growing your businesses, how you have revolutionized your relationship with money, and how things are moving forward for you. Every single one of us can be able to plan. I remember several years ago when we started our retail business. We used to sell clothes, and we used to sell them from the boot of our car. And when we started selling them that way, and then we were also selling them from the spare bedroom of our home. And people would often ask, what business are you in? And we said, oh my goodness, we are growing such a huge retail business. Were we really? No. We were in our spare bedroom. But my dear, you show up as the person you want to be, not as what you are today. So from now onwards, you show up as the version of yourself and your business that you see yourself being. If you see yourself hiring 10, 20 people in your business, then when you talk about your business, oh, my business, no, we run an IT firm. It doesn't matter if you're a solopreneur. We are speaking it into existence. You begin with the end in mind. Entrepreneurship is seeing beyond what your eyes can see. They say we are the crazy ones, right? We are the ones who pave our own path. Then let's embrace it and be crazy. Allow yourself to dream wildly about your business until you bring it into reality. Because if you are going to only focus on where you are now, of course we will all be discouraged. Of course, we all want to move further and be further. So please, when it comes to any of the conversations that we are having, let's ensure that we check our what? Our mindset. All right. How are we feeling? I hope I haven't been too hard on you during this masterclass. Are we feeling okay? I see we've got 10 minutes left. Is there anybody who's got a question or something sizzling in their spirit that they might want to share? You can put your hand up. There's a hand that's up over there. The mic is coming to you. Maybe you've got an aha moment that you want to share. Feel free. Maybe you've got a question. Feel free.
My question to you, my guest, is that how do you scale the business in the type of environment that you are facing nowadays?
Okay. So the question that has been asked is, as a small business, how do you scale your business to be able to compete in the market, especially because there are such big players in the market? They're able to grow faster than you, they're able to scale faster than you, and some of them are even priced lower than you. So how do we grow and scale our businesses in such a competitive environment with big businesses? All right, so that is the question that's being asked. So first and foremost, as a small business owner, So as a business owner, first thing that you want to do is that you need to acknowledge where you are in your business. Sometimes we are so focused on looking at our competitors and big businesses that it actually disempowers us from being able to do what we can do. So the first thing that you want to sit down and analyze and look at is to say, what is my competitive advantage? What is my competitive advantage? It does not help you to multiply the thing that you cannot do. You want to multiply the thing that you can do. One of the best things that is in the favor of small businesses is our ability to be agile. When a big business wants to implement a change in their business or wants to introduce a new product, they've got so much red tape, so much approval processes that they need to go through. It can take months, sometimes years to launch a new product. But you, as a small business, you can think of an idea and you can launch it next week if you want to. We have got agility on our side. We are also close to the ground. We know what people want because we are with them, we are engaging with them, we are having conversation with them. So we have the ability to service their needs quicker and better than a big business because we have got close proximity to the customer. Now, in an age of social media, we also have the ability to utilize the digital space to actually propel our businesses forward. So when we talk about scale, we also need to understand, what does scale look like for you? Yes, your neighbor has opened 20 new stores. That's good for them. We clap our hands for them, we celebrate them. But maybe scaling for you might be moving from selling from the boot of your car to getting a shelf space in somebody's shop, where you can refer people to and say, you can buy my products at XYZ shop, I've got shelf space there. Then once you've got shelf space at one shop, you then move to another shop. So let us manage our expectations when we talk about scale. Scale can look differently for different people depending at what stage of their business they are in. So when you are thinking about scale, I want you to sit and look at your particular business. Where are you right now? And what does scale look like for your business right now? Not looking at what your neighbor is doing or your biggest competitor is doing. Because what is going to happen is that when you look at what your biggest competitor is doing, of course you're going to feel intimidated. Of course you're going to be defeated before you even get started. When in actual fact, you can move from having 5 customers to 10 customers, to 20 customers. The number of customers that you have can be part of your scale goals. That's okay. Scaling for you might be, you know what, I'm a solopreneur, I'm the only person running my business. Let me see if I can get somebody part-time to help me 2 days in a week. That is scale for you. And as your business grows, then you can hire 1 permanent staff. So let's manage our expectations when we talk about scale. Let's manage our expectations when we talk about growth. Because sometimes we want to be able to run before we have even crawled. And there are lessons to be learned in that crawling phase. And we miss those lessons because we are looking at those that are running the marathon. You want to be in the Olympics, but have you jogged around your block? So let us have those honest conversations with ourselves. What does scale look like for me and my business? So that when you have those small wins, you can actually celebrate yourself and not feel like, I can't celebrate this because I'm not this big brand. When in actual fact, you've worked very hard to be where you are at the moment. All right. One more. Okay. Yes.
Hi, I'm Ndumba
Yes.
and I run a as a wise. The only it's a wise is a store I can probably say 80,000. So I wanted to contribute to what you were saying about the relationship with money. So what I have noticed is that we open these businesses, right? So we have the opportunity to open these businesses. But what we do not have is to wear the cap of the business, whereby you take the step and say, I'm going to open a business account. Yes. I'm going to, like for me, for instance, I have to, on a weekly, on a monthly basis, do stock taking. Know how much stock you are sitting with. You know how much stock you are going with on the next month. Invest in an accountant. If you start investing in an accountant and in accounting for your business, you will see so many things will change in your business. Yeah. And you will have the mindset and the strategy of sitting down with your accountant, and when the funding comes, you will be ready because now you know where you need to allocate your money. So the topic of the relationship with the business, I have so many people that surround me that say, no, I just want to see, I just want to dip my water in the business thing. I'm not going to open a business account, or I'm not going to register the business. Then what are you? And then you come to such seminars and you are looking for funding and you are not ready for that money. So I would say if there is one thing that we should take away from when you say it's the relationship that we have to have with money as a people.
Yes, absolutely. Well said. Very, very well said. Very, very well said. As I wrap up, there's something you did that I absolutely loved. You got the mic and you introduced yourself. You told us who you are and what you do. Guys, let me teach you a really great secret. And I did this in the beginning of my business when I wanted to grow my personal brand and become known. I would intentionally attend events and I would make sure I always ask a question. Because the minute you've got the mic in your hand, you have got an opportunity to market yourself. To say, this is my name, this is what I do, then you can go into your statement or into your question. Once people know what you do, somebody might walk up to you and say, I'm actually looking for that service. Because we are what? We are selling machines. Remember, there is opportunity to sell every single way, but we have to see those opportunities. Very well said. Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of our masterclass, and I'm definitely around and looking forward to us engaging in more robust conversation. Turn to your neighbor and say, "Siyamanatiza." Thank you, guys.